from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Pollard, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The Longhorns, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. There's some room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, Manning. With the catch, it's Brown. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready.
Wide receiver going in motion. Manning. on target. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to Brown. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Arch Madness. Trying to barrel in. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up fourth and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep. Might have a chance. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeye! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets him a second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Throwing Manning. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Manning from the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And that was a good effort. That was a good throw, good catch, but he just ran out of real estate. And if I'm a QB, you want to miss outside. You definitely don't want to miss inside, but, man, he didn't miss by much.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. A give to Brown. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how
they get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse. Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They go play action with Manning. Snagged out of the air. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
To throw, Manning. Makes a catch. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Working that left side now. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a man on the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Manning. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll go play action with Sayin. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Charlotte 49ers. And it's Ole Miss looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Sending out the offense to start this drive. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Zayin fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Man, this passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Zayin. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
From the gun on 3rd down, Zayin. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
3rd and long, and they can get the 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Oh, he's got it. Could be an alley. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And that's the danger on 3rd and short as a defense, right? You line all those bodies up close to the line of scrimmage. If you let the running back into the 2nd level, you know it's going to be a big one. And nice effort that time by the safety, making a touchdown-saving tackle.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Tavian on the play action. Bears the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
It'll be 3rd and long. Tavian St. Clair unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They punted away on 4th down. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Longhorns peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. A give to Brown. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking for a crease. It Smothers. There's a crease. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stumbled to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man in the middle. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th. See if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Wilson on the carry. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. They've been very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Under fire. And they got it.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next.
But trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing St. Clair. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this team.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. They get to him as he throws. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that #1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
St. Clair. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Gets it to him on the screen. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Arch Madness. The throw to the outside is complete. Just plowing ahead. To the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Another broken tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And some room to work. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. You think that coach really had any doubt? He's in his own territory, but you only have a few inches to go.
Go, go, go. I don't care what side of the field it is, 4th and inches. I'm going for it. I like my chances.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to power their way in. Oh, it's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Tavian St. Clair. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Rushes on him, and down he goes.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Throwing St. Clair. Quickly complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. He might want another play. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running to the left. And the defense drags him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Go.
Back to the ground with the running back. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country.